Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back. I am going to be covering the new DUPR update that happened this July. So DUPR rolled out a major algorithm update, shifting from a win-loss based system to a performance versus expectation model. So now our rating adjusts based on how well we perform against an expected score. So calculated from the players' ratings, if you outperform expectations and your ratings rise, then your ratings rise. Even if you lose. If you underperform and it drops, even if you win. So, for example, a team expected to win 11-3, but they win 11-8, will see their rating decrease, while the losing team's rating may increase because they out-exceeded expectations. So this update emphasizes point-by-point performance, aiming for accuracy, helping reduce sandbagging, rewarding competitive play. As always, club and tournament matches weigh more than self-reported ones, and ratings stabilize with more matches. Then in a recent podcast, DUPR's lead data scientist Sarah Carpenter explained the new DUPR algorithm, explaining it focuses on performance versus expectations rather than just wins or losses. She provided an example with a team of an average DUPR rating of a 4.5 is expected to beat a team with an average rating of 4.0 by a score of 11.5. So if the 4.5 team wins, but by a smaller margin like 11.6 or worse, their rating will decrease because they underperform the expected point spread. Conversely, on the other side of it, if the 4.0 team loses but keeps the score closer than 11.5, their rating may increase for outperforming expectations. So this system rewards how well you play relative to the predicted score, not just the match outcome. In a real world example, the new DUPR algorithm under the updated algorithm, your performance goes against expected point spread, determines how well your rating will change. So if you go up or down, so not whether just you win or lose. So here's an example recently from my DUPR actually. Myself and my partner were an average DUPR rating of 4.15. We played a high rated team with an average rating of 4.5. So we're expected to lose roughly around 11.5, 11.6, somewhere right in there. The algorithm had predicted that the 4.5 team should win 11.5 or 11.6. And our first game against them, we played them twice. Our first game, we actually ended up beating them 11-9. So since we outperformed what we were supposed to do, we went up. So we won and we went up. They lost, they went down. But the second game is where you kind of see the difference of this new update. They ended up winning 11-9. But because we out-exceeded expectations, we still went up in DUPR, even though we lost, and they went down in DUPR, even though they won. So this means that we outperformed the expected point spread, and consequently our DUPR rating increased and theirs went down because they didn't meet the expected margin of victory. So this shows how the new algorithm focuses on how well you play relative to the predicted score, rewarding you for exceeding expectations, whether you win or lose, and penalizing opponents who fall short of theirs. So I don't mind this new DUPR algorithm. I can see where you're not going to have as many higher level teams want to play lower level teams, but this just means you got to enter in tournaments that you think you can compete well in and raise your DUPR in that way. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on this new DUPR update. I don't mind it, but I also think that I've got a lower DUPR than I should. And I would imagine that those that have an inflated DUPR are going to dislike this. Let me know your guys' thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks.